So it's from the left main bronchus here until here, somewhere around here lah. You can see the diameter increase how much I don't know. It's a good sign, but it depends on age, gender, and size. So not very useful also lah. So remember, smoothing of this contour is the most important thing you should look for in mitral stenosis. Okay, so this is another extra. So what can you see in this case? Boot-shaped heart. Any other description? Okay, so what do you mean by boot-shaped? Right ventricular hypertrophy. So this is left ventricular hypertrophy. So it's not boot-shaped. So boot-shaped, if we got time, we will mention later. But here actually is the left ventricular hypertrophy. So what is the pathology? What pathology can you think of? This stenosis, hypertension, some more. Hypertension, some more. Cardiomyopathy can also. And so this is so-called the. You can see either it's usually it's a problem with the aorta there, so it's so-called the aortic configuration. More typical for aortic regurgitation stenosis less likely because it will be usually in the decompensation stage actually. So usually it's caused by the left ventricular dilatation. So you can see the contour here is enlarged, and you can see still the so-called the waist of the heart here. And if you can try to see, you try to look for the aortic root enlargement. You try to, this one is the aortic root, it will be enlarged. So what is aortic regurgitation? Basically is the normal one is when the aortic flow will be go up but won't go back. But in case of aortic regurgitation means it doesn't close when it should close. So the blood flow back. So increase of the volume in the left ventricle, so called the volume overload. So over time the heart will hypertrophy and dilated so you can see this so-called aortic configuration. So here's some interesting picture I saw on the internet. So the different ventricle shapes, so you can see the ventricle is enlarged and this one is normal or even atrophy. So you can compare. In aortic configuration, the left ventricle is enlarged, but in mitral configuration, is normal or atrophy. In this case, it's normal. This one. Okay, forget about this one. I'll come back to this slide later. Okay, so what do you see in this heart? Boot-shaped heart. Any other description? Okay, so obviously you can see the left ventricle is enlarged. What else you can see? The aorta. More description on the aorta. What do you see on the aorta actually? Which part of the aorta we got ascending, descending, aortic arch? Which part of the aorta? Arch. The arch enlarged.
The thing is descending. Dilatation.
Anyone wonder what is this?
Collapse.
So imagine here is aortic arch. So here is ascending. So the ascending, the what? The ascending. No dissection. No dissection. This one is the ascending aorta dilatation. In case of it can be aneurysm, something else. Just not emission. Just not emission only.
Dissection. Coaptation.
Just now we talked about aortic regurgitation. This one is stenosis. This is aortic stenosis actually. So you can see aortic stenosis means there's a stenosis here. So the blood flow cannot flow out. So you're causing the so-called post-stenotic dilatation. So you can see that ascending aorta is dilated. Heart size usually normal initially. So clinically, the right heart border usually won't enlarge unless because it's a pressure overload. Pressure overload means it's not the volume increase, but the pressure or the resistance increase. You can see the stenosis here, so the volume remains the same, but the heart got very big problem to push the blood up. So it's called pressure overload. Pressure overload usually won't cause decompensation or the dilatation of the heart so early, unless when decompensation occurs or when there is a coexistence of both aortic stenosis and aortic regurgitation. So in this case, it's decompensation already in this case.
Where's the other part?
You can see the dilator is here. Because the aorta is go from here, here go up, ascending aorta, then the aortic arch, then descending down. So in this case, it's the aortic, ascending aortic enlargement. And this one just now everyone is talking about aneurysm of the aorta actually. And it will be more clearer if you see on the lateral. You can see very obvious mass here, right? This one will be a very huge one, and it's more on the descending one. You can see it's so enlarged, it's become a second left heart folder actually. So you can see aorta got many places, got many parts. So aneurysm basically means the heart vessel is so dilated that it looks like a tumor. That's what it means by aneurysm. So it can be ascending, it can be aortic arch, it can be descending. Abdominal you won't see in the chest X-ray, but it will be in the abdominal X-ray. And this one will be very serious one. And according to the shape, it can be different pathology actually, fusiform or it can be circular form. So you can see a continuous widened edge, and usually aneurysm is caused by there's some calcification in the wall. And if you see the means try to see any calcified line, the white colored line at the wall of the aorta, and you see this line is separated from the edge here. For example, you can see line here, but you can see the contour here. That means something there's aortic dissection already. Aortic dissection basically means the blood flowing into the wall of the aorta actually. So senior, what is the symptom of aortic dissection? Pain aware. Yeah, so you can see because the aorta is more on the posterior part, right? So there will be chest pain, but radiating to the back. It's a very sharp pain actually, a very painful one. So you shouldn't you shouldn't miss this sign. It's a very sharp chest pain radiating to the spine or radiating to the back. So you can see a picture here. The blood flowing into the wall of the aorta wall. So it can be different types. It can be initially blood here, then it flow into here. It can be only accumulating here, or it can be just accumulating here. Some people even classify to A and B. So this is aortic dissection actually. You can see it ruptured that, so the blood is flowing out to the thoracic cavity. And you can see this is the aorta wall, and this is also the wall, and the blood flow inside here actually. This is aortic dissection, which we can see more clearly on the CT. So this is aorta, and you can see it's very enlarged, right? Because it's an aneurysm, and complicated with aortic dissection. So you can see blood flowing into flowing out from the aorta itself.
The black color arrow pointing at
the black color arrow. I think it's a dissected area the area where it's bread off then it bread out flow and flow out here.
Here, please remember about aortic dissection because there is one X-ray of aortic dissection in the PAPCA during exam. I got that and I have no idea what it was.
And it's an emergency patient because blood flowing out, so it's hemorrhage, right? Internal hemorrhage, so patient can die of hemorrhagic shock actually. So it's important not only to pass exam, which is important also, and it's important for our patient life also. If we got time, I will talk more on the heart itself because there's a more advanced one, but I want to cover the basic first. So I'll go to posterior medial sigmoid. So posterior medial sigmoid, what structure is it inside them?